Micah, the true prophet of God. King Jehoshaphat and King Ahab were having a disagreement. You see, some bad people had taken some of their land, and Ahab wanted to gather their armies and take it back. Jehoshaphat, on the other hand, thought they should ask God first, just to make sure that's what he wanted. Ahab said, "I've got a seminary down there full of the best trained prophets there is in the country, 400 of them." As expected, all of Ahab's prophets agreed their king should go and that God would bless him. But King Jehoshaphat wasn't convinced. "Don't you have another prophet somewhere?" he asked. "Well," Ahab reluctantly admitted, "there's the prophet Micah, but I hate him." "Why?" asked Jehoshaphat. "Because he always prophesies evil against me," complained King Ahab. But King Jehoshaphat insisted, so a runner was sent for Micah. While the runner was gone, Ahab's prophets had a little tantrum. Zedekiah, the high priest, put horns on his head and ran around saying, "God has already blessed our king and told us he will take back our land. Why do we need a fanatic like Micah?" When the runner found Micah, he said, "King Ahab wants to see you, but be warned, he already doesn't like what you preach, so just say what his 400 prophets are saying." But that gallant prophet said, "As the Lord lives, I'll only say what God says." Later, as God's prophet stood before King Ahab, the king asked, "Well, Micah, shall I go up and take our land or not?" "Go on up," Micah said, "but I saw Israel scattered like sheep without a shepherd." "See what I mean?" shouted Ahab. "He's always prophesying evil against me." Then the jealous priest Zedekiah walked up and smacked Micah right in the mouth. "Which way did the Spirit of God go when it left me to talk to you?" he yelled. Micah never wavered. "You'll see," he firmly answered. No matter how many men King Ahab had on his side, and how much they thought they were doing what God wanted, they couldn't change the word of God. Micah knew that Elijah the prophet had already prophesied against King Ahab. Elijah had said the dogs would lick Ahab's blood because he had murdered an innocent man. King Ahab didn't listen, though, and he went into battle anyway. He died in that battle, and the dogs licked his blood, just as Micah and Elijah had said.